I generally think it's good advice that first dates need to be cheap to free. I think if someone is spending more than $50 on a
Yeah.
first date, that to me says you're kind of irresponsible. I don't know who you are, but you're worth $50.
For me personally, like, no.
No.
I also think cultural context matters. When you ask me, would I date someone that asked me to go 50-50, this is if somebody that within my culture asked me to go 50-50, then I would say no, because it's already a cultural norm. So that's how I know that's a red flag, because what's wrong with you? If I was someone like Joah, right? I know Joah's peoples, all right? They're really good, and there's no stereotype. Asians are really great with money. I love it. Am I wrong?
No, that's fair.
I'm just a girl. I'm tired of being independent. I want to be wined and dined. I'm not asking for too much.
Welcome to Project 6+1.
The first date should be 50-50. It removes obligation and performance. It's not about being cheap. It's about neutralizing expectations. Nobody owes anyone anything, not another date, not attention, not energy. It's just two people seeing if there's a vibe. Joe, would you like to elaborate?
Agree.
Elaborate,
Sure.
Joah.
I mean, that
I
was
agree.
a longer
I knew you
sentence
would.
than I think I said, but there's no other relationship in your life. Like if you were meeting a new friend, there's no other situation in which you would expect the other person to pay for you or you would be expected to pay for them.
But the dynamic is
Yes.
different.
It is different, but I think it should start from as neutral a place as possible.
Yep.
How do you set that up for the other person to
Did you
receive
do that with
it?
your girlfriend?
I don't remember,
was
to be
about to
honest.
ask.
Okay.
I truly don't
No,
remember.
that is a good question,
It was a
'cause the
while.
women
It was
in-
a while ago, so
yeah.
I don't want to. I'm not saying I've definitely paid for dates before. It's
Okay.
not like I'm not going to be a dick about it during the date. But the thing is that I generally think it's good advice that first dates need to be cheap to free. And I understand that some
Yes.
people disagree and some people, want a fancy date for the first time. But I think if someone is spending more than $50 on a
Yeah.
first date, that to me says you're kind of irresponsible, because it means you don't know who the other person is, but you're still just based on their looks or whatever, you're deciding like, this is, I don't know who you are, but you're worth $50, which aside from the slightly demeaning aspect of it, it's also just like, you have no clue what is going to happen here.
Yeah.
So would
Well-
you go on a second date with someone who asks to split the bill?
For me personally, like, no.
No.
That would be a red flag.
Yeah, for first date, nah.
It's like a phenomenal date.
Like,
Like it's a great
so like
guy.
lovely, amazing date, right?
Like
Yeah.
love of your life. You're literally like, this is the one.
Like you're like, wow.
Chef's kiss.
The
And then at
one.
the end.
And then at the end, he's like,
let's split because
go
this
Dutch.
is how. Because he
like, you
thinks
see how he
him.
said it? You see how it sounded? You see how it sounded? Like
Like I
immediately,
can
my
definitely
brain
see
has
how
turned
it
off.
might
I don't
be
like
a
him
little
anymore.
off-putting, but would
And it's
you be
okay
like, oh, you know
to
what?
like
not-
what you
not
want.
Wait, is
no.
that how you ask, Joey? You never
No,
answered
no,
my
no,
question.
shut
I actually want to know, like, how do you ask that? Because I've never even experienced that, so I don't know.
Before the date.
I also think cultural context matters.
Absolutely.
So
expand.
I will. So I am Nigerian-American. So culturally, there's an understanding that the man usually pays for, like, things like the first date, right?
Yeah.
So that's also what I've grown up with.
Yeah.
And if I'll date like other Nigerian guys or even just like maybe West African as well, that cultural norm is already set
Understood.
in there.
Yeah.
So that's why, when I say, like, when you ask me, would I date someone that asked me to go 50-50, this is if somebody that within my culture asked me to go 50-50, then I would say no, because it's already a cultural norm. So that's how I know that's a red flag, because what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Now, if no, there's no situation.
Well, in
Yeah.
what culture is it not?
There's no
I had to
situation.
give it a chance
There's
for
no
a second,
situation.
and I thought of
So
some
now, if I was someone like Joah, right? I know Joah's peoples, all right? They're really good, and there's no stereotype. She said, I know Joah. Imagine. No, like, Asians are really great with money. I love it. Am I wrong?
No, that's fair.
No, y'all are really great, like really, really great with money. So now, if someone like Joah came along and said, something, maybe let's say we met on a dating app, and it's the first thing you bring up to me, or like, within conversation, because I usually do a FaceTime date if I'm like from a dating app. So let's say we're on FaceTime and then he brings it up like, hey, just so you know, like I would like if we can maybe either do something that's like, maybe a walk in the park, or if we do go out, I would like to split just to manage costs and stuff. I'd be like, okay,
thanks.
I can't
Like
really.
versus getting versus like finding out what you're about
When
to
I'm
pay.
on the
yeah,
date,
yeah, I
yeah.
think that makes a huge
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, before. I would
'Cause
say
you know
if
what
you're
you're
a
getting
man, you would
into.
have to say
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, and then I can make a decision. I'd be like, okay, maybe or maybe not.
Okay.
But yeah, if I get to the end of the date and you're a black man and you tell me to split, I'm not talking to you ever again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you feel like that's a bit too much to put on to culture, like solely?
Well, okay, so in the context where I'm like, okay, maybe someone of a different race poses that idea to me, and I'm, if let's say somebody that was within my culture also posed that idea to me from the beginning, would I be open to it? Because to your point, like people are different. Like I'm also Nigerian-American, so I didn't grow up in Nigeria, right? I grew up in America, so there's also that type of context, that informs my decisions and how I make choices.
It's okay to have.
I'm just a girl. Like I'm tired of being independent. I want to be wined and dined. I'm not asking for too much.
Yeah.
It'll be less than $50.
And it's okay.
If the first date
Yeah.
is FaceTime, then
Yes.
this is probably like a third date, right?
Exactly, and then I will
Yeah.
gladly, if we continue on, I don't
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah.
splurging on you and making you feel
Okay.
like a king that he probably is. But it's
That's
like
what I'm
Yeah.
until we're there, we're not
But
there.
you see, that's because if you do the FaceTime date, does that not count as the first date?
No.
Because isn't that a free first date?
No, that's a pre-screening.
Gotcha. Well, I think
It is a
that's
pre-screen.
why.
Yeah.
It
I-
really is.
I think that's why I think that because that first date should be like that pre-screening of like I want to see who you are before I decide if we even want to try to date.
I think in this day and
differently.
age, for me at least, the pre-screening is like the FaceTime call, and then the first
Zoom interview.
It is.
Zoom interview, yes.
Gotcha.
And then
Or what if
yeah,
you
the
meet
first
in the wild?
in-person meetup is okay. Technically, it is also kind of
That's
like
true.
a pre-screening as well, which is why you don't want to spend that much money. You want maybe to do something like a walk in the park or something.
But eventually down the line, you are open to splitting or you paying. It's just that first.
She's not open to that.
Or no,
That's not what she said.
I said what I said.
That's not what she said.
I'm asking, like, or not.
No, yeah, eventually.
On his birthday, maybe. I'm sorry, I'm putting words in your mouth.
And it's okay to have what you like.
Yeah,
You like what
yeah.
you like.
No,
That's your
at
business.
some point for sure.
That's your business.
Yeah.